Hi guys, welcome to my channel and I hope that everyone is doing good. And today's post is basically about a product that's been my lifesaver and uh, my skin savior, if that's something. And what happened uh, as you all know of by now, that I have oily skin and pimple prone skin. So what happened? So in 2018, I was getting way too many pimples on my skin than I used to get before. And obviously, after pimples, there were like pimple marks and acne scars on my skin, and it just came after I tried everything in the past, like all those isotretinoin tablets and chemical peels and skin ointments that were recommended to me by the dermatologist. And you know after you try something and then you get the same problem, it just takes a lot of you know toll on your confidence that, oh my god, why it's coming again. But then after it merged in 2018, I was like, okay, I'm not going to go to any dermatologist and I'm not going to use those things. So I was like, I just lost hope, and I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to embrace it, I'm going to live with it, the acne marks. But it so happened that I went to the supermarket once and I just saw this lying in one corner, the Palmer's Skin Success. And although I've seen it like a couple of times before, but I never paid attention to it. But I think it was my lucky day when I just saw it and I thought that, okay, fine, let's get it. Because I had tried expensive brands before and they didn't give me the result that I had always anticipated, that, oh my god, it's such a famous and reputable brand and should give it good result on my skin, but it didn't. So I didn't have much confidence on Palms. But then I saw something that's written on the box, and it just says that, okay, here it is. This is a this is their unconditional guarantee that they give, that if you're not if not completely satisfied, simply return unused portion to the manufacturer. Although I know that living in this part of the world, it's like completely unacceptable. I can't go to the supermarket and say to them, okay, fine. But then it just shows the confidence that the manufacturer has stated in the product and just written on the jar. So I thought, okay, fine, that's good marketing, and I should go ahead and buy it. And let's see, if I've like used so many products in the past so far, so why shouldn't I use it and give it a try? So I started using the product on my face. It was November 2018, and I had marks from this part of this part of the face, from here, from the temple to the hair, and then I used to had it from here till here. So it's like all of my face was totally actually covered in it, and I was really impressed when I saw the result. Just within a week, the lightest acne marks were like targeted by the cream, and it started fading. And at first I was like, okay, this too good, it can happen to me. But next day I checked, it actually faded, and I was really impressed. And then gradually it worked on the dark uh, acne marks. I mean, that was there for a longer period of time. um, And one thing I'd like to mention is that because it was winters over here, so my skin actually responded quite well to the Palmer's treatment than it would have had done so if it was summers, because it produces, the oily skin produces extra sebum and oil. So I think that actually helped. The winters actually helped in giving me the result that I required. And okay, so there's one thing I'd like to mention, that although I was using this cream as an as a fade cream, as an anti-mark cream, but it actually improved in my complexion, that like I was getting two tones of skin, so it actually helped in it. And Palmer's just says that it just reduces acne marks and improves the complexion within 2 to 4 weeks, and that's like I can vouch for that. I mean, that's true because I actually have seen it happening, and this is the only cream that has actually worked in my favor from the supermarket that I bought for acne marks. So yeah, that's true. And one of the good thing about it is that it's free from parabens. So your skin does not get damaged in that way. And one thing that you have to just really cautious about while using it, because it's a niacinamide based cream, and every other acne mark cream or fade cream that you use, it has one major ingredient called niacinamide. So once you use it, then you have to be really cautious while using vitamin C products. Do not use vitamin C products when you're using this Palmer's Skin Success. So that's a tip that I'd like to give. And yes, most of the girls would just ask me that whether we should discontinue using it after our like acne marks has lightened. So my answer to them is no, because I've been using it since 2018 till now. Because what happens is that if you have a oily and pimple prone skin, then the pimples comes and goes, no matter what on what medication you are. I mean, it works for like 2 or 3 months for the most, but then pimples are like, okay, the time period's over, I'm back. So it comes back. So when you have that sort of a cream like Palmer's, what happens that you use some tea tree oil to reduce the pimple. Once the pimple is gone, then apply this so that there's no mark on the skin. And obviously it helps with the texture of the skin if you use it regularly, because if the acne mark is not treated within time, then it becomes really stubborn and it's very difficult to get rid of them. And it happened with me because there are certain marks on my faces that like acne marks that I am having trouble getting rid of. So don't make the same mistake like I did. So yeah, I'll show you the texture of the cream. Alright, just like that, very thick. And the first cream that I bought was basically for all skin type. It's much more creamier than this one. If you use the oily skin one, then obviously it does not give you much more sebum on the skin, but I find the all skin type to be much more effective than this one. So I would suggest that if there's winters over there, then you should go ahead and buy the all skin type one, and then in summers go for the oily skin one. So that's it. And there's one more tip, that if the temperature is soaring too much in summers, you know just don't apply it when it's too hot, because sometimes what happens that it gives pimples. Or if you have to apply it, then apply it for 2 to 3 hours, and especially with fan or AC on, and then just remove it. Don't go out in the sun while using it in summers, because it's gonna cause blotchiness and pimples on your skin. So instead of giving you the adequate benefits, it's gonna like make it much more worse. So these are the tips and tricks while using it, but overall I think it's a very, very nice cream, especially at such a good price. And if you use it in the right way that I've mentioned, it is going to work really, really good on your acne marks. And it is, as it says, that we are like the best in terms of removing acne marks. It is that sort of a brand. I don't know why the dermatologists do not recommend it over here, but so you should try this one. Palmer's Fate Cream and see the result for yourself, and just follow the tips and tricks that I have told you in this video, and hopefully you are going to love it the way that I did. So till then, take care of yourself and goodbye, and do let me know what you think of this video, and if you have applied the cream, if you've used the cream, and what are your reactions on it, in your comments in the comments box. So thanks for watching, and goodbye, and take care of yourself.